Our next act coming up here is probably, well, let's just put it like this. He is our youngest poet and second youngest performer at this year's Lost in Lava show. Coming from Bear River, Wyoming. Travels all over the United States performing, and at 12 years old, I think he's already gathering awards, getting nominated for different things.
And girls.
Yeah, he gathers girls like nobody'd know until they find out how old he is. But anyway, and I'm pretty sure in the next few years he's going to gather more successful awards and a career at this. He's good, he's faithful, and as Tony told me earlier, well, several shows back, that's where our generations are coming from. That's where our entertainers are coming from, is these young people coming up here and doing this for us. And without further ado, for his second year here at our show, at Lost in Lava, please make a great big welcome for Thatch Elmer, the Bear River Buckaroo.
Again taller?
No.
Good evening, everybody. I'm real happy to be here with you guys tonight.
Perfect.
You know, like he says, I'm a cowboy poet, and I hail from just outside of Evanston, Wyoming, called Bear River, Wyoming, and so I like to do cowboy poetry and travel all around and do that, and so I'm going to share a few cowboy poems with you tonight. This first poem is one that it's brand new, and I finished writing it a couple months ago, and you know, I just finished memorizing it today. So I'd like to share it with you. It's called Buckaroo Boot Camp. How does it start? Welcome to Buckaroo Boot Camp. I'm here to make you a hand. I'm here to teach you a lesson on riding for the brand. Now making a hand ain't easy. You gotta be full of guts. And those of you that aren't should probably be in the truck. First, you better be patient. And you best run quick, 'cause bronky horses and cranky heifers all got a bone to pick. Next, you gotta be tough and strong, like a prize-winning bull. And you best not get queasy when we make some of them a cull. Next, you got to be rough, 'cause when we snub up ponies, it can sometimes be gruesome stuff. Now put your listening sweatbands on, 'cause this one's really good. You better know how to fix a ranch truck and know stuff under the hood. Duct tape and baling twine can fix most anything, but trucks need parts and metal and all them fancy things. So you better know your way back to town, 'cause this truck, it is a doozy. It needs a part for its motor, and that thing makes me woozy. Now boys, we ain't finished. We still got things that need to be done. So load some hanging, hop in, and we'll have some buckaroo fun. Thank you. You know, I can remember a whole bunch of poems and a whole bunch of words like that, but you know, I just can't remember my set. I can't remember which ones I need to do when. You know, if you know me any, you know that I don't go too far without a rope, so this is a poem that Kristen requested. It's called New Ropes and Skint Noses by Larry McCorder. 'Twas the day after Christmas, and the cowboy's young son, with his new nylon catch rope, put the dogs on the run. A tree was knocked over by his brand new string, and his mom soon regretted him getting that thing. He's a threat to us all. Our home's safe no more. If he heals me again, they go out the door. Now, hun, just be patient. He's learning a trade, and not but through practice a good roper's made. Now just look at the way he makes that thing whip, or the cat he just roped at on better lip. All day he kept at it, and he caught all he could, and for just 7 years old, he roped pretty good. His father would watch him all swollen with pride. But long since his mother had kicked him outside, the black goat and the chickens soon steered from his path, and not even Big Sister was safe from his wrath. The boy learned to throw true like chunking a rock, but soon the dogs bored him. He craved bigger stock. He snuck in the milk pen to stretch his line tight, but that wasn't enough. He sought the new height. Opportunity knocked for just down the road. He saw his paw coming, a green colt he rode. Well, he shook out a big loop and hid by the truck. He'd double hawk that horse if smiling on my luck. When the horse came in view, he let his loop sail, but the loop went awry up under his tail. Like a vice, that tail clamped and down his head went. He jerked little Junior, whose wee nose got skint. Well, the trio parted ways and all went elsewhere. The colt to the pasture, while Dad spit there. The boy ran to Mother. That colt's stolen the twine. Tell Daddy to get it. I want it. It's mine. When at last Dad came in, his face was troubled. He held Junior's nylon. One coil was doubled. Come here, you little scamp, he said, spitting dirt. The scant face peeked at him around Mother's skirt. I'll teach you a lesson about heeling a horse. But Mom, to the rescue, diverted his course. Well, why this morning you laughed and thought it was fine, while he tormented us with that awful twine. And I remember you saying, he's learning a trade, and not but through practice are good ropers made. The boy knew no better. If you'd set him straight, you wouldn't have got bucked off and come home irate. Now you think about it, 'cause you egged him on. You've reaped what you've planted, so just leave him alone. Well, that sure shut him down, and before long he grinned. He recoiled his son's rope and says, come here, friend. Now this rope I gave you's a tool, not a toy. But I guess you're no worse than me as a boy. And that heel loop you tossed was just a tad late. So when you throw a rope, throw! You'll miss if you wait. The steer's in the meadow that's running your nose. A few shots he'll be needing today, I suppose. So let's go catch old Chubbs and I'll saddle Elwood and teach you to rope the creatures you should. They stroll across the barnyard, the grown-up cowboy took right there to heel him, the small, skint-nosed boy. Thank you. You know, a couple years ago, my grandpa, he took me to this museum sometime, and, you know, we were walking around, and we came to sort of a western section, and, you know, we looked around, and we looked up, and there hanging on the wall was a two-headed calf. I was visiting the other day with this rancher friend of mine, and the story that he told me, heck, it dang near blew my mind. He told me he was checking cows down at his cabin sheds, and he was shocked to find, well, just laying there a calf that had two heads. He had to take a double look to verify this sight, and thinking to himself, he says, nuh-uh, now that just can't be right. But sure enough, the calf turned round, 4 ears, 4 eyes, and 2 noses, and with a shaky, wobbly motion, on 4 legs this calf arose. Well, his body was quite normal, 4 legs, 1 butt, and 1 tail. I looked at him and asked him if this critter was for sale. Old Festus looked at me and said, this critter I cannot part. The poor confused old brand inspector would not know where to start. Ear tags are the common way to identify your steer. But do you tag each head or both? Not to mention, heck, which ear? And when it comes to branding, do I burn just one side, or should I heat it up once more and burn the opposite eye? Now these dilemmas got to me, and a decision I must make. Do I choose the novelty of 2 heads, or a big old juicy steak? Thank you. This next one is one that I dedicate to the ranch women. Are there any ranch women in the audience? Yep. Well, this is for you guys. You know us cowboys, we couldn't get along without ranch women. So this is called Tall Cattle Cowgirl. Family ranch on a warm spring day, she'll choose her mount, feed the others some hay. In the tack room she chooses a saddle to ride, tall on the cantle, and the stirrups are wide. Hand-braided bosel and McCarty's mohair. No need to be fancy, the cows just don't care. Well-worn leather on batwing chaps, polka dot wild rag with more than one wrap. She's ready for work and the steers and the cows throws a leg over with jingle and rouse. Sorting the calves is her task at hand. It soon will be time for her family to brand. The ears of her buckskin are high and alert. His eyes on that bolly, she taps her with quirt. The first 30 calves are sorted and penned. Just a day on the ranch for this cowgirl and friend. She opens the gate, then moves the cows out with a wave of Rieta, a whistle and shout. She rides slow and easy, moving the cows out to graze. There's no better way to spend these long days. Headed for home, Rieta she'll twirl. Such is the life of a tall cattle cowgirl. Thank you. This next one is one that's just about an old cowboy. And, he's just switching from job to job and just trying to make enough money that he can eat. So it's called the Drifter. He was an old cowboy pushing cattle across the Texas plains, sitting tall on the saddle. He works magic with his reins. They say that he's lived forever, and his stories tell the most. They gather around the campfire and settle down to listen close. He tells the time he made his way across the Great Divide, and the time he rode with outlaws, looking for a place to hide. But mostly he just herded cattle, working as a hired hand. His first drive was in Kansas, working for the Barcy brand. That drive, it took him out to Denver because the owner was to sell. The trail was long, the air was dry, and the sun was hot as heck. From there he drove a bunch of stock way up to old Cheyenne, and then he pushed a herd of sheep across the barren land. Took a job of ranch boss on a spread in Idaho, and set out all alone one day and headed south for old Elko. Took a break from ranching and worked the silver mines. The work was long and dirty, using hammers, picks, and tines. He made a lot of money, but he saved more than he spent, 'cause deep inside he knew he'd ride the trail again. He met up with some Mormons out in Bonneville, but after several months of plowing fields, he knew he had his fill. Agreed to ride the buckboard stage from there to Arizona, and saddled up his horse and made his way for San Antonio. He knew he found a place that he would like to hang his hat. The grass was green, the water clear, and the land was vast and flat. So he built the house and raised some stock, and the herd began to grow. And now he's got the biggest ranch from here to El Paso. But don't you think he lives his life in luxury and rest? You'll find him riding fences and working cattle with the best. Thank you. I think this will be my last one for tonight, and along with doing classic cowboy poems, with writing my own, I like to do the classics, and this is an old classic cowboy poem, and they say it's probably the most recited cowboy poem ever. It's called When They Finish Shipping Cattle in the Fall. Though you're not exactly blue yet, you don't feel like you do in the winter and the long hot summer days. For your feelings in the weather sort of seem to go together, and you're quiet in the dreamy autumn haze. When that last big steer's been goaded down the chute, then safely loaded, and the summer crew is seized to hit the ball. When a feller starts a draggin' to the home ranch with the wagon, when they finish shipping cattle in the fall. Only 2 men left a-standin' on this job for winter branding, and your partner, he's a loafin' by your side. With a brand new saddle creaking but you never hear him speaking, and you feel it's going to be a quiet ride. But you savvy one another. Heck, you know him like a brother. He's friendly, but he's quiet, that is all. For he's thinking while he's dragging to the home ranch with the wagon when they finish shipping cattle in the fall. And the saddle hoss is stringing at an easy walk a-swinging, and behind the old chuck wagon moving slow. They're weary, gaunt, and jaded, 'cause the mud and brush they've waded, and they settled down to business long ago. No, not a hoss is feeling sporty, not a hoss is acting snorty. In the spring, them brutes was full of buck and ball. But they're gentle when they're dragging to the home ranch with the wagon when they finish shipping cattle in the fall. And the cook, he leads the retreat, perched high upon his wagon seat, with his hat pulled way down forward on his head. He used to make that old team hustle. Now he barely moves a muscle, and the fella could imagine he was dead. Kept that old cob pipe a-smoking, and he lets his team go poking, hitting all the humps and hollers in the road. No, cook, he ain't been drinking, he's just sitting up there thinking about the people and the places that he knowed. And you watch the dust a-trailing and two little clouds a-sailing in a big mirage like lakes and timber tall. Heck, you're lonesome when you're dragging to the home ranch with the wagon when they finish shipping cattle in the fall. When you make camp that night, though the fire's burning bright, yet nobody seems to have a lot to say. In the spring you sung and hollered, now you get your supper swallowed and you crawl into your blankets right away. Then you watch the stars a-shining up there in the soft blue lining, and you sniff the frosty night air, clear and cool. You can hear the night hawk shifting, and your memory starts drifting to that little village where you went to school, with its narrow gravel streets and the kids you used to meet at the commons where you used to play baseball. Now you're far away and dragging to the home ranch with the wagon when they finish shipping cattle in the fall. And your schoolboy sweetheart too, with her eyes of honest blue, best performer in the old home talent show. Boy, you were nothing but a kid, but you liked her, sure you did. Lord, that was over 30 years ago. Then your memory starts to roam from old Mexico to Nome, from the Rio Grande to the Powder River. Of the things you seen and done, some of them was lots of fun, and some of them, well, they make you shiver. About that boy by name of Reed that was killed in the stampede. 'Twas way up north. You helped him dig his grave. And your old friend Jim the Boss got tangled with that hoss, and fellers couldn't reach him in time to save. You was there when Ed got his'n. Boy that killed him still in prison, and Lucky George is rich and living high. Poor old Tommy come off worst. Broke his leg, then died of thirst. Lord, that must have been an awful way to die. Then them winters at the ranches and them old-time country dances, everybody there was sociable and gay. You used to lead 'em down the middle, just a prancing to the fiddle. Never thought of going home till break of day. No, there ain't no chance for sleeping when the memories come a-creeping, and sometimes you think you hear the voices call when a feller starts dragging to the home ranch with the wagon when they finish shipping cattle in the fall. Thank you.